So you absolutely flopped FNCS. You've been grinding this entire time to pop off an FNCS and improve on all your last FNCS placements. And it all ends up being almost completely useless because you're just too utterly terrible, even worse than last season. So many ideas are running through your head of what might have went wrong. Did our drop spot suck this season? Did I do the wrong practice? Did me and my teammates not do enough scrims together? Was it my teammate's fault? Was he not good enough? And that's where I'm gonna stop you, bro. I'm gonna explain to you why your FNCS flop and any other Team Game Mode tournament flop for that matter was not your teammate's fault. Or at least why you shouldn't believe that. Let me explain. What happens when you blame a teammate is that you found something to blame your failures on. Therefore, you are literally limiting your improvement as an individual. But don't get me wrong, sometimes your teammate will quite literally do something that ends your game short, and you should definitely let your teammates know what they did in a non-condescending way. Like, you could compare the constructive criticism with self-criticism. For example, yo bro, I noticed a lot of the time you were so far back in the top, so from now on, I want you to be more at the front with me. But I still should be communicating with you that you should be coming front top with me more often because I know inevitably you will forget. Talking like this with your teammate creates an environment that feels more like a mutual relationship where you're both seeking improvement, but you're not just putting each other down. And while this leads me on to the most important part of this video, that quickly after letting your teammate know their possible improvements, you must instantly move on to what you could have done differently. Because you gotta remember that your improvement as an individual is way more important than anything else, because this is the only thing you're actually gonna carry with you throughout your different teammates and tournaments, etc. But there's more to this. When I say what you could have done differently, I'm not necessarily just talking about, oh, you could have made a better rotate there or not done that edit, etc. I'm talking about when you think your teammate was at fault, think to yourself, for example, what could have I done as his teammate to stop him from even making that mistake in the first place? Maybe you should have been clearer with your comms. Maybe you should have kept all of your comms quiet except for the comms that were really important, so when you did yell a comm, your teammate actually reacted quicker. Or maybe you should have just made a clearer path towards zone for your teammate and so on. You get the point. A really good example of this is when your teammate edits someone into your top, killing you both or at least leaving you guys in shambles. And to the average player, it's obvious that the person who edited that team into their box was at fault. But what I want you to do in that scenario is, yeah, first of all, tell your teammate what they did was a bad idea because maybe the team was too close or you don't even need a refresh, etc. But then most importantly, start thinking to yourself, well, maybe I could have just prevented my teammate from doing that terrible mistake in the first place by coming to him before, hey bro, we don't even need any refreshes, so just stick by me really close and don't take any big risks. You want to be a good teammate that stops and prevents your teammates from even making bad decisions in the first place. You made it through this whole video, so there's something I'm sure you'd be interested in, bro. My free email newsletter where I post heaps of unique advice and tips and tricks you don't see in my YouTube videos, so join for free using the link in the description of this video.